Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Universal Monsters Dracula number 3. This is a new book from Image Skybound that continues this story. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by James Tynion IV with art by Martin Simmons and letters by Wooton. So this is the book that follows Dracula coming into this town, and of course, weird things start to happen. We have Renfield, who is being analyzed by the doctor in the town. And then, like I mentioned, mysterious things. People start getting hurt. People start to disappear. And there's a mysterious figure that has infiltrated the town, and nobody knows who they are. And of course, we know who they are, and we're following that story along. So, in this specific issue, Dr. John Seward struggles against the mounting evidence that his Lucy is under the thrall of a blood-sucking supernatural being. And how do you even prove any of that stuff? Martin Simmons and James Tynion have been able to capture the essence of this Universal Monster story without even having Dracula be at the forefront. I don't think we've ever, although we see Dracula a lot in the book, we don't even have, he's not even the main character, I would say, in his own story, right? We see a lot of things from the perspective of the doctor. We see a lot of things from the perspective of Mina. We see a lot of things from Renfield's perspective. And they all kind of talk about this figure. They talk about the master. They talk about this thrall, this power that is overcome the town. And just the way that Tynion is unfolding this story with Martin Simmons' beautiful, beautiful art, which sometimes feels like you're watching the black and white movie, sometimes feels like you're trapped in a nightmare. It is fantastic. I love the color palette. Is very opaque, very obscure, unless Dracula has come into the picture, whether it's one of his deeds, whether it's himself. So let's take a look at some of those details that I'm talking about now in the preview art. As I mentioned here, we are in the funeral of Lucy from the last issue. And as we talk, we follow Mina around, who's really trying to figure out the mystery and who is this mysterious figure that seems to be all around the town. And as you can see, every time Dracula is on a pane, there's a little bit more light. There's of course some red tint. There's something extra bringing it into the picture. And then as we get into it, things get a little bit more gruesome. And as I was reading this, I realized that the reason that this page is so disturbing, we have a body at the table that's being operated on, but the reason that it's so disturbing is not really all the blood around, which that's definitely a part of it. But the reason it's so disturbing to me, it's the lack of detail in the audience, in the body, the people that are working. Like the humanity has left this page, and that I feel like it's an incredible achievement by the team. And then of course we see here the aftermath, and kind of how we return to the black and white world, the sepia tone, that it's being washed all throughout because the effects of Dracula's work are kind of wearing off. So I don't know. There's a lot of pages here that feel like they came straight out of a nightmare. I don't know. I would love to see more of the script, more of the like some of the layouts, just to see like how the creative team is approaching putting this book together, because it is just a fantastic achievement in my opinion. So I'm very excited. This is one of the just Skybound is really doing some amazing stuff here with a lot of the franchises that they picked up, and I really hope that this means that we'll eventually get more Universal Monsters come into the picture, and maybe in some of these series with some of these amazing creative teams. So very cool stuff. Really, really enjoyed this. Now, if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. We have some variant covers at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.